John Coleman, I've been doing this a long time, and I've learned that you should never kind of put an opinion in a question to a manager, because you never know what answer you're going to get. But I'm going to venture one here, in that was one of the most entertaining barmy football matches I've seen in a very long time. Were you able to enjoy it? Do you think you deserve more than the point that you got?
I can concur with you. I wasn't able to enjoy it. Looking back, probably was a great game to watch. I think we just shaded it on the balance of the whole game. You know, the first 15 minutes we were comatose, and you know, they deservedly went 2-0 up, and they could have been more. Had to make a change because they were getting too much joy down the wings. That change helped us a bit, and then we woke up. We started to ask questions. I mean, we'd asked a couple of questions before they'd scored, ironically after 7 minutes, but and then, you know, getting back into the game, 2-2. It looks like there's going to be one winner. It's one-way traffic for the big periods, and then, you know, we get done on our attack, 4v2 counter, and, you know, the deflections killed Toby, so, you know, you can't ask questions about that. Then Sean to come up and, you know, get his first goal for over a year, about 15 months, delighted for him. He ran himself into the ground today, Sean, and you could see that how much that meant to him. And then we've had that marvellous opportunity, 4-1, and we just fluffed our lines a bit. But the effort we've shown in the second half, there's some tired legs in there, and, you know, we're still not out of it. We'll still try our best, try and win the next 3 games and see where that takes us.
I'm sure you were furious at being 2-0 down, but were you as heartened and as encouraged and as proud of them for the way they came back?
Of course, and listen, I can't out our lads for their efforts. I've never have done this season. Sometimes our application has been a bit awry. Sometimes our positioning and our alertness has been questionable. And that was certainly the case today in the first 15 minutes. But after that, I thought we were terrific, and, you know, the least I thought we deserved was a win. Now, you come into the stadium a light and you're disappointed not to win. You know, if someone had said that to you 16 years ago in a league match, you'd have said, what are you talking about? You know, so.
Big moment for Colby Bishop to get a goal there. He's not got as many as he has in previous seasons, but he took it very well.
Really pleased for him, and Colby said he only scores in 30,000 seats a stadium, so words to that effect. But you know, he was brilliant today. He led the line brilliantly, and you know, I've got to take my hat off to our defenders in the end, because Charlie White looked like he was going to be a real handful, and we nullified him for most of the second half, which is all credit to the way the lads stuck to the task.
You touched on Sean McConville and the weight that he's had for the goal. That was vintage McConville, wasn't it, that free kick? It
was, and you know, we've seen him do it time and time again. Not so recently, you know, I think that's 15 months before he scored. I must have a special mention to Adam Phillips. I thought he was terrific today, and possibly he clamped up with that chance at the end. But I thought that's the type of player that's the player that we thought we were bringing. First time around, it started off well for him here, then he lost his way a little bit, but he was terrific today, and he was at the heart of most things that we did well.
We've spoken a few times recently about wanting to get off the roller coaster and taking away these ups and downs. That was almost the roller coaster in 90 minutes, wasn't it?
Yeah, I think that's probably summed up our season, truth be known. But we'll keep going till it's mathematically impossible for us to get into them playoffs, and we've got 3 massive games. As I was saying to you during the week, you know, if someone had said your last 4 games is going to be Sunderland, Charlton and Portsmouth twice, someone been having that conversation with you 18 years ago, you'd have gone, what are you planet here on, you know? But you were going to Bamber Bridge, Altrincham, you know, teams like that, and that's no disrespect to them teams, because they're still big clubs in my eyes, and you know my affinity to non-league football. But, you know, it shows how far we've gone as a club, and, you know, our expectations are still high of each other, which is good. You know, I'm not pleased with a point here. I'm pleased that we showed character to come back and not get beat, but I wanted to win the game, and I want to win every game.
Whatever happens, you talked about mathematically possible, you're going to have a part to play, aren't you, in this playoff race, because of the teams that you're playing?
Of course we are, and hopefully we can get 9 points and ask serious questions about the other teams.
I've got to just finally, just for my own interest, ask you about the own goal. I've not seen one quite like that. A powerful header from a long way out.
I've been on the receiving end of a few of them, and you know, thankfully we've had that helped us today, and we possibly needed a little bit of luck that we haven't been getting. You know, we got 2 penalties the other day that could have easily been a penalty on D on a 3-3. A 2-2. So listen, sometimes luck goes for you, sometimes it doesn't. the team who's on the front foot normally get the most of the decisions and they get the breaks of the ball. And today in the second half we were on the front foot a hell of a lot.
Can you imagine what this would have been like with fans?
Been fantastic. You know, that would have been, I mean, it was like a slugfest in the end. It was like end to end. It was like a basketball match in the end. And would have gone any other way? Not really. I mean, we got away from pressing and we can't. Our game's built around passing the ball, pressing. You know, as we had this conversation a couple of weeks ago, and you know, look at the pass that Dion's played to Coley for the first goal, and we played some terrific balls today. You know, Adam was like spraying the ball around like David Beckham, and Sean was as well. And when we get it right, we're easy on the eye to watch. We've just got to try and get it right more often than not.